Hello my gorgeous Aries, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your weekly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's in between the 22nd and the 28th of August 2022. Do you know that at the beginning of the week something quite bizarre is actually going to happen? Because you are going to come across someone who is just really narrow-minded. So this narrow-minded person is going to play such an important role when it comes to your life in many different ways. Because of that narrow-minded person, your eyes are actually going to be open. So this situation is actually going to be really positive for you, as I said, indeed. And once your eyes are open, you are actually going to be able to see the specific situation and understand this specific situation in a very different way. Otherwise, I'm not saying that you wouldn't understand the specific situation, but that particular specific situation that I'm talking about, it's a lot to do with you having your eyes open, and through that person who's been narrow-minded, you're actually going to protect yourself. You're going to protect yourself from an unexpected change that would otherwise hit you like there is no tomorrow, my gorgeous Erini. So this is why this is going to be important, that person which is going to be quite narrow-minded, it's going to play very interesting role in your life, you know, especially when it comes to the actual, you know, you seeing some situation, some very kind of tower situation that would otherwise like really surprise you and really throw you out of balance. So this in itself is going to be superb, because not only your eyes are going to be open, not only you're going to know exactly what do you need to do in order to protect yourself, but at the same time you are going to be able to avoid this unexpected situation, because you will be able to be prepared for it. So this is when things are gonna start becoming very interesting for you, but also it's gonna give you chance, you know, to step back. And once you step back, it's also very important for you to take a break and recharge, to clear your head, because there are quite few things that are going to be on your mind which are really going to surprise you. You know, one thing is going to lead to another, and there is a lot that you're actually going to be surprised about. So this is why you need to protect your energy, my gorgeous Erinis, indeed. And in order to protect your energy, in order to protect your creativity, you of course you have to take a break and recharge a little bit in order to basically clear your head. And that is going to help you, you know, with the mental preparation, but at the same time, it's going to help you with your own reflection, because it's all going to boil down. It's all going to lead towards you, like trying to make an important choice. And that choice is going to seem so difficult, but it's only seem difficult at the moment, at this time. And it's like, basically, it's not really a difficult choice, but it's going to seem like it's something quite difficult. But at the same time, you know, that in itself, it's a very good sign that the process of change, of your own transition, it's actually starting. So now suddenly you're gonna find yourself like kind of like really being annoyed with like, you know, so many different bits and pieces in your life that no longer serve you, that no longer make you really happy, that no longer make you really excited. And this is good, because it is going to pinpoint towards the direction of those things in your life that slowly but surely, my gorgeous Erinis, came to an end. So it's all about this transition and the process of change, you know, but at the same time, it's about, you know, as soon as you kind of like suddenly become bored with a certain aspects of your life, you know, this is actually a really good and very healthy sign indeed. So you will know exactly what do you need to abandon, you know, and which priorities slightly changed. And this is going to lead towards the sacrifice. You are going to become aware of the exact sacrifice that you need to make in order to create this readjustment in your life, which is going to lead towards your ultimate rebirth, my gorgeous Erinis. And look, when I shuffle these cards, for example, and I just focus on it, my gorgeous Erinis, I'm just going to focus on this change. I'm going to focus on this. Actually, I'm going to focus on the difficult choice first, the difficult choice. I'm going to focus on the difficult choice that you're going to need to make. And that difficult difficult choice. Look at this. It's brilliant because, you know, as I said, it's going to seem like a difficult at the time, but at the same time, you're going to find out something like, oh my God, something additional about people being really dishonest, about people are claiming that they are something what they are actually not. You know, there's so many things that are actually going to naturally lead towards you really feeling more braver and more powerful in order to make this difficult choice. And I say difficult choice, you know, when you find yourself like thinking like it's a difficult choice, you're also going to find out about some wrongdoings, about people being really dishonest, about some kind of double dealing, you know, about very dark energy around it. So this is actually going to be brilliant because you're going to remove yourself from things that are like really dishonest in your life, not from your side, but from other people. And when it comes to the actual change, my gorgeous Aries, at the same time, you see this? Absolutely brilliant. This is going to help you to really kind of come out of yourself. It's going to help you to be yourself. It's going to help you like with relationships in your life. It's going to help you with people in your life. It's going to help you to express yourself. This is going to be superb, my gorgeous Aries, on so many different levels. Indeed. By the time you get to the mid part of this week, it's all about this, like a phone call or a message that you are going to have or an email that you are going to have, but you are going to become aware of this accomplishment and you're going to feel so good about this particular accomplishment, because at the same time this is going to give you the necessary choice in order to recognize the variety of options in your life like facing you. Otherwise you wouldn't recognize this. So this is the power of confidence that at the same time gives us strength. And once we have this strength, we have the ability to elevate, you know, like so much spiritually. And that in itself like shows us like a different parts of the picture in our life that we wouldn't normally notice, that we wouldn't normally pay attention to. So this is where this variety of options that you're going to become aware of, like, you know, it's important, it's brilliant, you know. But at the same time, you know, you need to remember this, my gorgeous Aries. Do not make promises that you can't keep. This is something that you need to remember. As soon as you become aware of this variety of options, you need to remember that you can't or don't make promises that you can't keep. And then on another hand, also when it comes to this variety of options that I'm talking about, naturally you will know what you need to do. You're going to need to put yourself down, my goodness, sorry. You're going to need to put yourself down. You're going to need to put your foot down in such a way where you will know that you're not going to be able to progress after this moment in time if you don't stand up for what you believe. You know, this is the natural part of all this. You have to stand up for what you believe, you know, and you have to have confidence, you know, and you also need to challenge certain people, you know, around you, you know, and this is very important, you know. In order to challenge certain people around you, you also need to have the certain amount of confidence, which you are, of course, obviously going to have. By the time you get to the last part of this week, please just remember, things are going to seem a bit strange and bit weird, and this is because the energy is going to be quite unusual indeed. It normally happens right before we enter the actual month of September, so the energy is going to be quite unusual, you know. And you need to remember this primarily, my gorgeous Aries, to ignore this illusion of being trapped. Please just remember that this is the illusion that you're going to have, like you're being trapped, and that in itself means that you need to accept the responsibility for the specific situation that you are going to be facing. But at the same time, you know, you kind of are gonna need to make choices that are above all supporting your own path to happiness, you know. So a lot is going to be happening around you, but you need to focus on yourself. And also very strong indication that please try to work on the certain maybe like addictions and things like that. Something is coming up here that maybe you're going a little bit over the board with, whether this is a bit of a smoking, bit of a drinking, whatever it is. Just try to work on it, because at the same time you are having this really powerful energy which is just going to make you so much more stronger in order to kind of deal with this. At the same time, you know, my gorgeous Aries, it's like it's also at the same time you are going to feel like, you know, because of this illusion of it being trapped, you know, that in itself, it's really going to mess you up a little bit, because you will feel like you want to make an important decision here, but then at the same time, you know, it's because you are gonna still being under this illusion of being trapped. You know, that in itself can mess you up in such a way where you are maybe over analyzing situation a little bit too much. And when we start over analyzing something, we lose ourselves in this over analyzation, you see. So this is why this is important for you to remember. As soon as you start over analyzing the choice that you're thinking about, that you want to make, at the same time remember that this is because of that illusion of entrapment is taking your mind in so many different directions that you should be at this moment in your life ignoring. At the same time, you know, you are by the end of the week gonna have a very, 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 very interesting revelation. And this is what all this is boiling down to this particular revelation that you're going to have. And this revelation in itself, you know, it's kind of like that revelation, it's going to make so much clear to you. So this is going to happen just before the end of the week. So you are on the right path, you are doing the right thing, but you need to remember above all to listen to your intuition and pay attention to signs from the divine, because you are going to be having some kind of unnecessary worry, and just ignore it as much as you can. And you can do this by letting go of your fears. And also that revelation that you that revelation that you are going to have, it's like, it's really good actually, because you know what, there is some kind of burden that you had, you know, you were under the actual stress for such a long time, you know, you had so much going on, you were handling the load, you know, but now that revelation that you are going to have, it's all also showing you that you're almost done, you know, it's all about this final push that you are going to have, this final push that you are going to have. It's really, again, at the same time, it's gonna show how mature you are, how powerful you are, how significant you are, and what a power of boldness, you know, by making a bold choice, by making a huge step in your life, you know, can actually do. Okay, my gorgeous Aries, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.